What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. And look, check this out. I get a lot of requests from people, from fans, and they always suggest certain topics they want me to do videos about ever since I've been doing my YouTube channel. And I received one not too long ago that caught me off guard. I had never got a request like this before, but I thought since he felt enough about me to ask me my advice on it, then I should make a video on it. I don't claim to be an expert, but I will just give you my game on it and how I would deal with it and how I approach the situation. Now, he was talking about male balding and males losing their hair and hairlines receding and all this type of stuff. And I guess he peeped his boy out and was like, well, he should know because I'm as y'all can see, I've been receding for a while. I'm singing a song. I'm like, I really miss my hairline. When are you coming back home? But now, what the deal is, he was asking me about how do I deal with it, and I guess he means from a um, mental standpoint, because when a person takes pride in their appearance, whether it's a male or female, whatever the case may be, when a person takes pride in their appearance, of course, their hair is a major component to the total makeup of who you are. And when you step on the scene, you want to have a nice clean cut, you want to have on a nice outfit. That's just how people rock. Now, what I had to make him understand was that for him to ask me how I deal with it is totally different than how I would advise him to deal with it, simply because of the fact that he informed me that he's only 23 years old. I'm 49. So of course it's different. My progression was more over a period of time and natural, because it took me way into my 30s before I started to start pushing back a little bit. Then by the time I got late 30s, 40s, and all that, now you see where we are today. Um, I didn't even know, if y'all can see. I don't know if y'all can see, but it's like a little bone right here. It's like a bone right here on my head right there. I didn't even know that bone was on my head sticking out like that until a few years back, when I was looking in the mirror one day and I was like, man, what's this little bone I got right here? Then I realized that was revealed only because my hairline used to cover it up. But then it started pushing back over the years, and all of a sudden it reveals the bone like, dee. So it was a gradual process for me, but it's because I got older and older and older. For him, I know it has to be a tougher situation because he's in the prime years of his life. You in your early 20s and you starting to already lose your hair. So it's got to be um, something that makes you real self-conscious. I can understand how that can make somebody real self-conscious of their appearance when you that young and you feel like you are already, losing your hair. But it could be a number of things. It could be hereditary, just something in the genetics. Your dad might have lost his hair earlier, and his dad, and before him. It just may be a process. Just how a lot of time you see a lot of men, the child, the father, the grandfather, they kind of go through the same patterns physically. Now, if it's not that, if that's not something that your dad went through or your granddad went through, then it may be something that you may have done to your hair to damage it. At some point, it may be a chemical that you have been using on your hair that caused you to lose your hair, caused your follicles to die out, and now you're in that situation. Whatever the case may be, the solution could be rooted in finding herbal and natural remedies and things to put on your head that can regenerate growth, because those types of things do exist. But also, if those alternatives don't work, then you got to embrace what you got and say, you know what, if I gotta shave it all off, then I just gotta shave it all off. I start going lower and lower. I used to have a little fade popping. You can look at some of my old pictures and you see my hairline, crispy when all my hair was black. Might have had a couple of waves in there here and there, but then you start getting those cuts lower and lower and lower until it's like, you know what? I don't go bald, all the way bald, but I go a little bald. Closest as you can get. I still got some action on the sides if you look close, but that little runway right there, the little runway part, that boy thin. He thin right there. But it is what it is. You embrace it. It is what it is. And also, you just you take it for what it is, because me, I got lucky. I got a little round peanut head, so the bald look kind of works for me. Some people's heads are not conducive to shaving it all off, and I understand that too. But you just got to find something that rocks for you. Do not start spraying that stuff in your head. Do not get those fake hairlines. Do not wear those little wig things. Man, don't play with me. Y'all better not start doing that. I'm telling you, man. It's better to just walk around with a George Jefferson than to spray that stuff on your head, or to get a fake Steve Harvey wig, or any of that crap, man. A little peel over thing they put. Don't do that. Just embrace it. Take it for what it is, because somebody gonna love you for who you are. A lot of times people feel like, man, that's gonna affect my game with the females, and if she rocking with you, she gonna rock with you. She gonna rock with you for this. Keep your appearance up the best you can. I know I'm not the best example of that, because I don't care about dressing nice and clothes and all that. That's just not my thing. But I'm saying for you, you keep your appearance up and keep your hair as groomed and natural as best looking as you can, for however it is. Don't make yourself look stupid. Don't do the comb over. Don't do none of that. But just if you got to cut it off, walk around with the bald head. The bald head been in. Bald head been in since Isaac Hayes, since Lou Gossett. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of cats rock the bald head. The Rock, he rocks the bald head. These guys don't have no problem. If you're self-conscious about your hair, compensate for it in other ways. Build your body up. Do what you got to do. But on the same token, don't let that one physical, what you perceive to be a flaw, don't let that hinder your confidence as a person. And I want to say this to females too, because a lot of females deal with hair loss and balding too, and that doesn't get discussed a lot. But it's the same rule applies. Find something natural that you can to regenerate your hair. A lot of black women, they lose their edges. The sides be just out of there, and they're real self-conscious. So I'm gonna put this wig on or wear this weave and things of that nature. But in reality, they really don't have the confidence in themselves. Don't stay away from chemicals. Don't put chemicals in your head. Stay away from those perms if you can, and go to specialists that can possibly help you determine the root cause of why you are losing your hair in the first place. Sometimes you can lose your hair because of stress. You can be stressed out and you start to lose your hair. So you got to check what's going on in your life and try to determine where am I at mentally in my life? Why am I feeling this? Am I feeling bad, or am I going through some things that may cause me to lose my hair? Because stress is a key factor. So put all those things into the blender and process them and see if it's something that applies to you, and do the best you can with what you have, and don't be ashamed no matter what age you are. If you happen to be losing your hair, man, just keep your confidence up. And your confidence is based on the internal anyway. It should be based on what's going on internally, not externally, even though I know when you look good, you feel good. So that's what it is, man. Look, hey, look, man, I'm your big brother. I know a little something about everything. I'm just playing. But if y'all got something y'all want to ask me about, any suggestions, y'all put them down below. Also, if y'all got any suggestions for my brother who's going through this situation, please put them down low, because I'm not an expert. I don't know. I just gave him my version of how I would handle it if I was in the situation he was in at that young of an age. Because when I was young, I was straight at 23. So comment down below. Any other topics y'all want me to cover, feel free to hit me up. It's your big brother, K-Rino. Peace.